agree.
It's the Friday Sessions with Emma and Dom.
Hey there folks, welcome back to the Friday Sessions, bi-weekly music feature from Cornerstone. My name is Dom, and just before we get into today, just going to let you know that we had a couple of tech gremlins running around the building, sort of getting up to all sorts of hijinks. So if at any point today during the show you cannot hear myself or Emma, or indeed any of the music, or indeed if any of those things are too loud for you, just let us know and we will get them sorted out as much as we can. Back on with the show, as mentioned, my name is Dom and I'm one of your hosts as always, and I'm joined, as with every other edition, by Emma, who's up there. Say hi, Emma.
Hi! You do sound more like you're getting more and more fed up of me every time, Dom. But we'll just wash over that.
I mean, Emma, we have been working together for over 4 years now, so it's to be expected a little bit.
Yeah, and they do say that you hurt the one that you love. So, just a little note about comments. We love it when you comment. We didn't get very many comments last time. We started a war a couple of shows ago about chocolate. So feel free to start your own little battles about things. That's fine. All we ask is that if your comments could be friendly, because the music that you are watching today is really heartfelt and really kind of passionate, and it's been written by the performers that you are seeing. So a little later on, we have the lovely Thom Lucas, who is a friend of ours from open micing. He's even actually been the accompanist for an open micer on occasion, and he's done the Beer and Music Festival that we do at Cornerstone that would have been this week. And obviously isn't. Also, we've got Richard's classic album, so we can find out who won the vote a little later on. But who have we got first, Dom?
So just before I kick us off and announce our first act, I just want to have a moment with our listeners. Folks, I've been really sad today. Really sad. Today was supposed to be the first day of my holiday. I was supposed to be off to the gorgeous country of Slovenia for a music festival. And obviously, due to reasons, that is no longer happening. But to make it all better, we have our very own ray of sunshine coming to brighten everyone's day up. Her name is Genevieve Miles, and she's got a song for us, which I hope you enjoy.
Hey, I'm Genevieve. I'm really excited to be playing some songs for the guys at Cornerstone today. Thank you for having me. This is a song off an EP I released last year, and it's about how everyone needs to be a little bit nicer to each other. There was a rock star up north who was meant to save the trees, but he didn't turn up. A hangover, I believe, and there's a band playing real music whose shows are really great, but the amount of likes their Facebook page has doesn't correlate. And nowadays there's nights where we'd rather stay at home, watch a party when or through our telephones, and I'm learning. I see attention shifting from the real to the fiction. And I wanna scream and stubborn is live in the moment while you're here. But nobody wants to be here. Nobody wants to be here. Oh, we're gonna let it go down. We've got the power to make peace. Fight with black for what you believe in. 20 years they're not gonna be around. And it'll just be us in a world of love. Oh, we gotta let it go down. We've got the power to make peace. Fight with love for what you believe in. 20 years they're not gonna be around. And it'll just be us in a world of love.
And welcome back there, folks. Thank you very much, Genevieve. You've well and truly chased the blues away for me there, and I hope she's brightened up everyone else's Friday evening as well. Emma?
Well, I certainly prefer a World of Love to World of Leather, or even World of Warcraft. I don't know. Are you a bit of a geek,
A
Dawn?
little bit. Not that much. Not that much. Not in that direction.
So I don't have a World of Love at the moment, but I'm hoping to grow it from a smaller perspective to a larger one. I only have a little cup of love at the moment.
Well, it's a good place to start. Got to start somewhere.
And I will admit that I'm afraid I don't actually know who won the album vote. So do you?
Yes. So bringing us on to the next segment of tonight's Friday sessions, we're moving on to the classic album countdown. And once again, the album that Richard is talking about was decided by you, the viewing public. And it was a very close run thing this time, and with a margin of just one vote. So for anybody whoever says voting doesn't matter, I mean, this is living proof that is not the case. Anyway, with a one vote majority, you chose, Richard, to talk about Back to Black by Amy Winehouse. So here is Richard appearing on your screen right about now, and I'm going to let him take away with some lovely, mind-blowing facts for you all.
Thank you, Dom and Emma, for another fantastic episode so far of the Friday sessions. Last time we asked you to vote between Paul Weller's Stanley Road and Amy Winehouse, Back to Black. Guess which one won? They're both classics, but this week we're doing Amy Winehouse, Back to Black.
5.
I really enjoyed doing the research for Back to Black because it's one of my personal favourites. I found a few interesting things about it during the recording. Mark Ronson and Salaam Remi produced it, and they went for a definite wall of sound Phil Spector style to it. The Motown and soul influences are very obvious. When they were in the studio, they recorded with the band all the instruments in the studio together, unlike many modern techniques with instruments in different studios. And they only had one microphone at the drum kit, so the sound was all in one room. It really had a 60s girl band sort of sound to it. She loved the Shangri-Las, all those girl groups from the 60s, and it definitely came through on the recording.
4.
Like a lot of classic albums, some of the best songs come out of despair. Amy Winehouse's Back to Black is no different. Her stories of addiction and her marriage breakup to Blake at the time is well documented. Back to Black couldn't be more obvious what that song is about. But Me and Mr. Jones, the track on there, was actually written about the hip-hop artist Nas, who she was good friends with. If you listen to the lyrics, she was very annoyed with Nas because they couldn't go to see Slick Rick, so she wrote a song about it. And the words she uses to talk about this situation should have been the title of the song, but I'm not going to say the word because it's a little bit rude.
3.
In 2008, it was the 50th Grammy Awards, and the 24-year-old Amy Winehouse at the time won 5 awards. It was only the 5th time that a female solo artist had won this many awards. She was in company with Beyoncé, Norah Jones, Lauryn Hill and Alicia Keys. She couldn't make the ceremony because her visa was disallowed. She did sort it out at the last minute but still couldn't make it. But there we go. 5 Grammys.
2.
October the 27th, 2006 was when this album Back to Black was released. That week it went into the album chart at number 3, selling only 43,000 copies. Now it was 9 years ago this week, on July the 23rd, that Amy Winehouse passed away. That week the album went back to the number 1 slot for the 4th time. At the last count, in 2018, this album had sold 16 million copies worldwide. Now we sell it every weekend when the Cornerstone is normally open. So come down and see us when we're back open and buy a copy.
1.
And finally, not about the album, but about Amy Winehouse. I'm going to tell you a little story. Back in 2010 in Camden, I was in the Hawley Arms on my own, waiting for my daughter to come out of a concert up the road, going to see Bring Me the Horizon. In walked Amy Winehouse. She walked behind the bar, serving drinks. So I had to get a drink served by Amy Winehouse. So I went up to the bar, asked for a pint of Guinness. She poured it perfectly, the best pint of Guinness I've ever had poured. But I asked her if she had a few minutes spare to talk to me about music. And she didn't just give me a few minutes, she gave me 30, 45 minutes. We sat down in front of the jukebox and we talked about reggae, soul, influences. I talked about this album, the fact, and she was talking about the Motown influences, like Tears Dry on Your Face is like the Tammy Terrell song, Ain't No Mountain High Enough. But we just had a fantastic conversation. She was a lovely person, and no matter about the negative things you see in the press, my experience of Amy Winehouse was beautiful. She was a lovely person. And that finishes Back to Black. Get the record out, put it on your record player. I've got my record player with me tonight. Here it is. Put it on, listen to it from beginning to end. See you soon.
And welcome back there, everybody. Thank you, as always, Richard, for your little rundown of the album there for us. I'll tell you what, I really loved his personal little story right at the end about me actually getting to meet Amy. I think, as claims to fame go, that's a pretty good one. And it sounds like she was a lovely person. Sounds like they had a great little time. But it did get me thinking. Anybody who knows Richard and knows him quite well will know that he's quite partial. He's normally quite partial to a glass of cider or perhaps a really nice lager. And so when he said that he got himself a Guinness poured by Amy Winehouse, it was almost like that was a return to Guinness for him. You could almost say that he went back to black.
Oh, Dom, have you been reading my joke book again?
Maybe. No comment.
Well, also, I thought it was interesting to think about 5 Grammys, because I only had 4 grandparents myself.
Okay.
And talking about Slick Rick, the rapper, I decided that if you were a rapper, Dom, I think your name, because of your love of sandwiches, would be Nom Dom.
I like it. That's clever.
That if you ate too many sandwiches, it'd probably be Vom Dom.
Oh dear indeed. And on that note, folks, do feel free to let us know what you think your rapper name might be in the comments. Keep it clean, keep it family friendly. But moving on quickly there. I can't believe I'm already saying this. We're flying through this tonight. Bringing us on to our headliner for the evening. Now, this gentleman is a friend of the show. He's been a fixture at our open mic nights. And he goes by the name of Thom Lucas. He's done something a little bit different for us. He's recorded a couple of songs in the format almost of a music video. It's a bit different, but we thought we'd allow it because it allows Tom to show off just how fantastic a musician he is, you're going to see him play 3 different guitars at the same time in this next clip. Through the magic of editing, of course. The magic of editing. And he's capped that off with a clip from Bunkfest, where he performed at last year. And that's enough of me prattling on, I think. So this is Thom Lucas. Hope you enjoy.
Hi Emma, hi Dom. Just going to play you a couple of brand new songs that I've recorded live just for your show. Yeah, here they are. Hope you like them. Okay, this is called Call It. Gotta take control, had enough of this hanging around. But the fact where we'd go, couldn't look at us so clever somehow. It's a one-way road, gonna lead us up into the clouds. But standing on the edge is a long way down. In the past we'd show we were crippled with doubt. Staying on the side we know, on the riverbank that we plow. It's time to rock and roll, hold a fine space within the crowd. All the glitter and gold don't mean anything anyhow. So to take it to the bridge is the best way now. All our dreams are our own to own. They will take us everywhere and anywhere we go. Go against the flow, take a leap of faith and don't look down. It's a winding road, cross the deserts and the hollow sounds. If the pathway's closed, we will find another way to go round, 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 round. When I'm worried, I'll be on the ground. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 yeah, This is called Best Life. I've gotta live out my best life. I've gotta live out my days. The darkest side of the moon can turn its head away. I've gotta live every moment, complete the track that was laid. I tell myself not to burn out and bury myself away. Everyone wants to give up. From time to time it's okay. It's impossible to be happy every moment of every day. There's only a melted iceberg, but the water
If you like what you've heard, you can check out my album here, download it from or stream it from Spotify, Amazon, Apple, that kind of stuff. Just to play you out now, here's a live performance from Wallingford Bunkfest last summer. This is from the album. It's called Moonwake.
On the other side of town, it's a little late, but we should go out for a walk through the bar and come out on the other side by the time it's dark. You and me could annotate, point out streets and get whisked away. Up the town, give a little look back in the moment while you can. Sit down at a street cafe and watch your film. If we go out, we will get what's coming to us soon. Let's dine, let's feast, turn it to beats and howl up, howl up, howl up to the moon and say, moonway, moonway, lights up the town. Up the town. It's that time of night when the dancing bells go off in bed and your bed can't come too soon. A kick bottle echoes through the streets as if it were a sonic boom. Jump on bus number 301, fall asleep and wake up where you got on, and all the people are long since long gone.
And welcome back there, folks. Thank you so much, Tom. We've really been looking forward to getting him onto the show, and tonight we finally had a chance. Although I do have to say, as fantastic as that performance was from Tom, I do find myself wondering who his mystery cajon player was, sharing the stage with him at the very end. Maybe he has no name. Maybe he just He's like Superman. He appears when he's needed, and then he disappears again into the ether. But I particularly liked Tom's last song there, Moonwake. Mostly for the setting as much as anything else. It gives us a little taste of being at a festival. As I mentioned earlier, I'm very keen to get back in the field and be surrounded by hundreds of other music fans listening to some good music, and probably getting very sunburnt in the process. There we go, Emma.
Terribly bad for the skin, Dom. What I would say is that Bunkfest last year, it mostly just looked windy. Did you see how windy that marquee was? I'm afraid I've never made it to Bunkfest. It's always clashes with other things that I'm doing. And I was quite surprised there were no bunk beds.
Oh, do you know what? Now you say that, I think a festival of sleeping would be a fantastic idea. If anybody wants to make that happen, there's your free moneymaker.
Well, overall, we've had quite a celestial show this evening. We've had the world, we've had Amy in heaven, we've had the moon. Got a little star here for you.
We have.
Let's see how many other celestial beings we can get in.
Emma, I'll tell you what, it has been such a celestial show that I have actually been broadcasting tonight from outer space.
You are always full of surprises. That's what I love about you. And I really like the strange robot suit of armour behind you. He's kind of fenced in by a piece of tape by the look of things.
That's Jeff. Don't worry about him.
Jeff? Oh. So anyway, to be considered if you'd like to play music with us fools presenting you, the email address you need to contact is below me. It is cornerstoneopenmic at southoxon.gov.uk. Dom had to go to special pointing classes for that as well, by the way.
I failed quite clearly.
At least we're pointing in the right direction. And just to say that next show we have someone you've seen a tiny little bit of before, and we were so overwhelmed with people saying, please can we see more, that they're back. But I'm not going to tell you who that is. And of course we will have the new album vote going up. Over to you, Dom.
We will. Once again, we're throwing open the Classic Album Countdown to you, our viewing public. There's a vote live on Facebook, or you can also vote down in the comments below here. Got a little clip from Richard just introducing those two albums just before we go. And I think, Emma, that sadly brings us to the end of tonight's Friday sessions. It's been a lovely evening. We've heard some great music from Tom, some lovely ray of sunshine uplifting stuff from Genevieve. We're hoping to hear more from her very soon, so keep your eyes peeled. And yeah, other than that, my name's been Dom. Emma's been up there in that corner. We will see you again in 2 weeks' time. Until then, stay safe and keep listening to music. Thank you and good night.
Okay, if you have a favourite album you want us to talk about on the Friday sessions, do get in touch. Send us a message. I had a few options this week, but I've whittled it down to the Beatles and the Stones, that old classic rivalry. You vote, the Beatles or the Stones?
1, 2, 3. It's the Friday sessions with Emma and Dom.